Our speaker today is a Silicon Valley veteran who has forecasted tech trends, launched companies, and leads a community of AI founders and investors. Currently, he's leading the AI fund at Blitzscaling Ventures, investing in early-stage AI startups. The firm is based on the famous book called Blitzscaling by Chris Yeh and Reid Hoffman. Please welcome Jeremiah Owyang.
Thank you. What an honor to be here in the center of Silicon Valley. This is where innovation births and we think about the future. The future we're going to talk about today is the future of AI agents, and agents. I'm Jeremiah, general partner at Blitzscaling Ventures. I started tech research firms here in Silicon Valley. I was a Forrester industry analyst forecasting the future, and I've worked at tech companies all over the valley. What I love to do is think about how does this next generation of technology impact the next wave, and what does it mean to business, society, and to us? I lead a community called Llama Lounge. Hundreds of AI founders assemble from around the globe, and I get to meet the top founders to understand what are they working on. And it gives me this ability to see what's around the corner. And what we know is that the biggest industry right now in AI is the AI agent space. It's destined to grow at a 10 times every 5 years. Right now it's estimated at 5 billion, which will go to over 65 billion, and then an estimated 500 billion just within the next several years. This is the hot market growing within the AI space. But what the heck is an AI agent? Well, let's start with the basics. You probably today use an AI co-pilot. You know, it's inside of your apps. It's integrated, working with you in a real-time way. Next, you probably noticed that some tools like Microsoft have AI assistants that run through different apps synchronously or asynchronously, working together within a suite of applications. The next phase are the AI agents. Now, they're different. They can work when you're sleeping. They can work across multiple apps. And they have a few characteristics. First of all, they can self-task. They don't always need a prompt. They have a memory. They can recruit other agents, and they learn and improve over time. You know, you got to think of them as living creatures. So young children, junior employees, assistants. Pretty soon you might have 10, 20, 100 different AI agents working for each of you, like you're a billionaire that has all these assistants. The AI agents are the future. And it leads us to the next phase, which would be artificial general intelligence, which is equal to human capability and thinking, and then eventually to something like superintelligence, which Nick Bostrom's book talks about at over 1,000 times human intelligence. So it's on the evolutionary path of these AI entities. Now I'm here to share you our thesis. Thesis number 1. Right now, people use the internet. You physically go out and find different websites to get information. You fill out tasks, and you order flights, you order e-commerce, you get things done. Whether even inside of your enterprise, you have to fill out expense reports and time cards. All of these things are wasteful and not great experiences. In the future, your AI agents are going to go out and do those tasks for you. The dominant entity on the internet and the intranet will be AI agents, not humans. And this is a big change, because it means they will go out there and fill out those tasks, and they will bring the information back to you. You as humans, we no longer need to go to the internet with AI agents. They will bring it back to us. Thesis number 2, the information will be reassembled in the way that you want, when you want, in a multimodal way, whether it's text, video, AR, VR, whatever time of day that you want, and the amount of information that you want. It's no longer up to the web designer. It's no longer up to the website or the app designer. It's up to you and your 100 agents. So those are the thesis. But let me give you some examples of what's happening today. You probably heard about Agentforce, which launched last month in Silicon Valley by Salesforce. They have 3 different AI agents for enterprise to interact with the end consumers. They've got a marketing agent, they got a customer care agent, and they have a sales agent. And they're all working together in orchestration with a tool they call Atlas. So really, Salesforce brought this to life for every enterprise to see how they can use their own agents on the business side. Of course, HubSpot as well. They have agent.ai, a marketplace of different agent tasks that's being integrated into their CRM. And so we can see more things will emerge into this space as well. Also, we'll see new forms of payment happening. This is Skyfire, one of our portfolio companies, where agents can hire other agents to get tasks done. Imagine that, a new economy that births with a new type of identity. You've heard of the term, know your customer, but in the near future, we'll have a new identity for agents called Know Your Agent, and it'll be certified to you. And it can conduct its own transactions on behalf of you. Another example is the leader in the enterprise space, Crew AI, an open source platform that enables developers to build AI agents that connect and can do numerous tasks that solve business problems. On the consumer side, let's take a look at this real-world example from Multion, Palo Alto-based consumer AI agent company. Let's kick that video. So in this example, this browser-based extension is doing all the tasks for the human. The human does enter the actual prompt. It could be text or voice. Go to Amazon and order these 2 books for me. And what happens is amazing. Now the human is hands off. The human can drink tea, do some yoga, sit on their hands. All of these actions that you see right in front of you, finding that book, is being done by the AI agent serving the human. The human doesn't have to go to Amazon.com. The AI agent does it for them. So it's grabbing those books, and you can monitor the transactions, and it's putting it into the shopping cart right there. So that's an example of it conducting that commerce on your behalf. So you got to think about that. If you run marketing or e-commerce, your future customer is not a human. It's going to be an AI agent. And what type of agent? Is it representing a human, or is it an identity that says I'm part of a human and it's an abstracted identity? Or is it completely anonymous agent? We'll see all these different levels of agents. And so you can see it's completing that transaction. Of course, we need to have review systems to ensure that it doesn't buy 1,000 of one books and then your front porch is filled with books. So here's another example. Go to Google Calendar and invite Eric Schmidt to an AI brunch. All right, so go do that, Multion. And it's doing that, so you could do a text-based prompt or a voice-based prompt. Then it's going to a Google Calendar, web-based. It's setting it up. It's filling it in using LLM technology with natural language. And it's finding the email address, inserting it, and then it's sending that invite. Boom. Maybe Eric will show up. So that's the second use case. Now let's find another use case. Hey, Multion, check my Google Calendar, find out what my next appointment is, and book me an Uber. All right, so here it goes. So the human is hands-free yet again. These are tasks that humans just don't need to do. Let's get our agents to do these tasks. So it finds out that the next event is V's birthday in Palo Alto. It identifies that information. Then it's going to open up a new browser tab. Of course, you know where it's going, uber.com. Fills in the information. Boom, orders that car into the physical world. So that's some examples. But what does this actually mean? Well, Gartner forecasts that search engine traffic is going to drop 25% because humans will turn to chatbots and agents to get the things done. And that's just going to happen in 2026. That's devastating news for search engines. Also, Bill Gates, this quote is a fantastic one. He says that AI could really change the way that the internet works. Whoever wins the personal agent, that's the big thing, because you will never go to a search site again. Bang, Google. You'll never go to a productivity site. Bang, IBM. You'll never go to Amazon.com. I think Bill's probably been waiting to say that for like 25 years. But here we go. So to bring things to a close, here's how I see this world changing. This is my forecast. This right here is a decision funnel. Every day you make decisions for personal use. Every day you make decisions at work. Every day we are collectively making decisions. And the way that we do it today is broken. We have to be exposed to ads. We use Google search. We use other searches, and they know the answers. They don't tell us. They show us 10 blue links, and we're exposed to ads. Then we go to those websites. The information that you want is at the bottom of the website. Now you're exposed to more ads. You leave that website, your information's been tracked. Now you got retargeting ads following you around. It's not really serving you. And then finally, you collect that information, you compare the product, and then you make a purchase, which might be on that site or another website. It's a mess. The internet is actually not a great experience. And this is going to change. In the near term, we're going to collaborate with AI agents. We'll ask them to find this information and bring it to us. You can already do this in Perplexity and ChatGPT, and soon those creatures will become unbounded from those apps and become living creatures like AI agents, and you'll ask it to compare these things. And then finally, what we're going to see is the AI agents are going to be proactive. They're going to connect to your SMS, to your email. You might enable it to listen to your conversations with permission, to understand what do you need, and proactively seek out the things that you do. Proactively fill out your expense report. Proactively to book your Uber ride to your next meeting. It's like everybody will have their own personal assistant and executive assistant, every human on the planet. And it means we're going to shift from a way of making decisions from a manual way to a hybrid way where we're collaborating with AI agents to a future way where it's actually starting to become autonomous. Wow, I gave you a lot of information. Let me summarize it to you in 5 final points. AI agents bring the information to the humans. Let me summarize it to you in 5 final points. AI agents will bring the info to humans. You no longer need to traverse the internet. It'll bring it back to you and assemble it in the way that you want. Have it your way. Oh boy, it means that media models, revenue models, and e-commerce will be embedded right into agents and to LLMs. We're going to see a completely restructuring of the internet that we know it. These billion-dollar companies here in Silicon Valley, some of them will topple. The AI agents will completely change the media, marketing, and advertising space. Now, big companies aren't going to sit by the wayside while this disruption happens. They're going to launch their own AI agents, like I showed you examples from Salesforce and HubSpot and Crew AI. And they're also going to launch their own APIs that communicate directly with your consumer-side agents for the fastest transactions possible. We'll also see something happen inside of companies that we really haven't been able to think about. AI agents will help us with our productivity, and then soon, just watch, they will start to become your colleagues, and eventually, potentially your manager, and even your customer, and someday the agents could become your competitor. And that breeds this final example where the AI agents become like their own living entities, where they can autonomously trade amongst each other, buying and selling using Skyfire and other technologies. Then they learn and govern and reproduce like their own species without human intervention. So I came to you today to talk to you about the future of AI agents. What does it actually mean? Agents, agents, agents will be throughout all of our lives. Thank you so much. I'm Jeremiah.